Players looking up at the Havocs with smiles on their faces. There's got to be a great environment for the Warriors to play in. Mark Cook, Michael Kashersky, and Jerry Scherzinger are the officials tonight here in Phoenix. And we're underway. The Warriors win the opening tip. Bring it up. Moving near side. Murphy. Tied by Williams. He'll hand it over to Hernandez. Hernandez back up top. Fear looking to hand the ball off. Does so to Cavs. Cavs backing in on Cole. Step back. Heavy. Pulled down by Brennan. Quickly to Coles. Into Brennan. Brennan with the right hand. Doesn't go. Foul there.
Nice aggressive play. That's pushing the pace just like Bryce wants to happen tonight. Pass the ball with intentionality. Makai Williams finds Jacoby Coles. Duke Brennan cut into the rim, goes up hard, draws the contact, draws the foul.
Brennan gets on the board for the Lopes.
Is there any better sound in sports than a swish?
Oh. Just underway. Life Pacific brings it up. Murphy bounce pass. Turning it to Fear. He leads it there. Cavs back up top to Fear. Over to Murphy. Murphy cuts into the arc. Tried to pass it. Went off the leg of Makai Williams. 9 to shoot.
Very important for the team to stay engaged defensively. Don't let your minds wander.
Yep. Jan Williams gets the start for Colin Moore. Murphy quickly at the buzzer. That will not count.
That's good defense. Shot clock violation on Life Pacific.
Look at Coach Cook. He spent 4 years at San Diego Christian College, 8 seasons assisting when California Baptist University went from an NAIA power. They're now, of course, in the Western Athletic Conference. Back to Tyon Grant Foster. Led the team with 23 with a kiss.
Nobody can stop him when he's going like that. Once again, his shoe game is off the charts.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
And we'll see probably a new pair in the second. Working the Steelers colors tonight. That doesn't go. Coles and Brennan kind of wrestling for it. Here come the Lopes.
I don't know if you saw the story about Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball blamed all his feet injury on wearing his dad's shoes.
It's always dad's fault.
Don't you remember LeVar Ball?
Oh, yeah. How could you forget?
No.
Oh, yeah, I miss him. Fear, long distance, back iron, rebound to Ray Harrison. Three-pointer. Oh, that doesn't go. Pulled down by Dylan Cavs, the Los Angeles native.
LeVar Ball is famous for saying, "There's only 2 dudes better than me, and I'm both of them." I thought that was good.
Yeah, that was strong. Tip of the cap. Stopping. Oh, Tyon got a hand on it, all ball. Trying to cut in is Fear. Over to Murphy. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. That's an acrobatic shot from Zach Murphy. Also drew the contact.
Had 11 points against Pepperdine. A couple of rebounds in 18 minutes. Had a steal and an assist, the Corona, California native.
Now, by the way, that Pepperdine game didn't work out all that well for Life Pacific. They lost by 62 that game. Turns out it was their second of a back-to-back. But it was the largest school victory in Pepperdine history.
For their first-year head coach, Ed Schilling, former assistant here at GCU.
Got me thinking that what is the biggest victory in Lopes school history? I think it's 50 from against Bethesda last year.
Williams, 3. Ooh, front iron, Coles.
Ooh.
That was close.
It's a little ticky-tack there. Got Jacoby Coles for going over the back. Look at these shoes. That's what they call the fits, right?
Steelers. Somebody call the cab.
Yeah, they mean caution. Slow down through the intersection.
Kids. Look both ways.
Right.
Cavs, high by Coles. Cutting in. Dish back out. Matute in the game. Had 11 against Pepperdine. We talked about him in the open of the pregame show. Pulled down on the miss. Harrison brings it up. Looking over to Williams. He'll cut in. Push back out. Harrison eyeing that 3. Now he cuts it in. 13 to shoot. Coles turning, twisting with a kiss.
Nice move. Love to see Jacoby Coles get invested, get involved early. Said in the intro, I really believe if you get him back to where he was and you get tied to where he's going, this top 7 players on this roster as good as it gets. Take my shot with him against anybody. That's just a matter of building out some depth from there.
Matute. Back up top. Cavs. Left hand, not happening. Grant Foster brings it up. He's eyed there by Matute. Stopping, popping. Cavs pulls down the rebound.
It's amazing. His shot looks so pure. He's getting great rotation on it. Looks like his shoulders are square, yet he's struggling to make a good percentage. That's got to change.
Matute. Long 3. Doesn't go. Brennan over to Williams. Quick tempo. Quickly. Oh, Mackay lost it. Pulled back in. Nice move by Zach Murphy. Cook stops. Pops the 3. Nothing but net.
Coach's son ties it up.
Coach Drew in his pregame interview talked about controlling the tempo. The 3-pointer doesn't go.
Each and every game here, the Lopes have a theme tonight, the ski theme. They're having fun, and as we know, guys, they always go all out. They'll, of course, be back mid-January to continue their role as the 6th man, but for tonight, I have been told snow is in the forecast. Stay tuned for that.
Interesting. Harrison, 3. Attempt off the mark. Second chance. Caleb Shaw in the game. Luke Moore on the floor as well. Harrison near the elbow. Bounce pass into Luke Moore. Battling it. Shaw throws up the 3. Bam!
It's a big hit for Caleb Shaw. His playing time's kind of dipped recently. Good to see him going early. They're not enamored with the offense I'm seeing so far from the Lopes. I really think they need to establish themselves inside first. This is a team that was out-rebounded by Pepperdine 54-25. Don't want to get caught in that trap of relying on the perimeter.
Murphy, quick turnaround and good. Kid's got a hot hand early.
He's got some lift in his game.
Dials Phipps. Finds its way into Brennan. Turnaround. That's stopped by Cavs. Wow. Cutting in. Murphy up and under. Nice dribble drive. Doesn't go. Up to Harrison. Bounce pass into Phipps. Errant pass. Cook almost intercepted. Phipps is going to end up with it. Warriors looking sharp here. Long 3 again from the same spot. Caleb Shaw.
He's come off the bench firing, Barry. He's feeling it tonight. That's good. Styles Phipps has had a hard time controlling the basketball. He's almost had a few turnovers already. But Caleb Shaw's come out hot.
Cook to Cavs. Lexton cut in on Ward. Now he pushes up beyond the arc. That's too heavy. By Matute. Harrison cutting in. Draws the foul.
There you go. Love when Ray does that. So here's Caleb Shaw. Ray's finding him wide open. Says, yep, that's going in. Nothing but net. He's feeling it. Let's see if we get a Caleb Shaw heat check coming up.
They've needed those threes.
Yes, they have.
Look at Colin Moore taking a break.
He's such a physical player. He's such a both ends of the court kind of player. They've got such a big stretch of basketball coming up. Probably not a bad night to let him just kind of sit, heal, recuperate, get his legs back underneath him a little bit.
Just precautionary.
Yep.
Nothing major. Harrison drains it. Tryon's going to check back into the game. And now, Austin Mauer has also sported the Steeler colors of Tyon Grant Foster. Maybe he's hoping that some of Tyon's magic wears off. Did have that nasty dunk in the last game.
Sure did.
Step back, Cook, long three. Doesn't go. Phipps brings it up, harassed by McKinn. Corner, Luke Ward, baseline. Looking to move, found some room, and why not put it in?
Luke got himself in a little bit of trouble there. Found himself pinned on the corner with nowhere to go. Created a nice little lane and a floater for himself.
8 bench points so far for GCU. And now we'll see a lot of their bench tonight. Dylan Capps with a nice drive, doesn't get the roll. Oh, official saying it went off on the Lopes.
Gift to everyone over this holiday season, because if the kids are home for the holidays, not going to school, you want to get out here and check out the game day experience.
They're playing really well. Molly Miller's Lopes.
It's props to them. Beating Arizona in McHale Center is no easy feat. You've already taken out ASU. Now you've got a shot to beat Northern Arizona, complete the trifecta at the end of December.
Jump ball, possession arrow, GCU.
So here's Austin Mauer, Barry, looking to get some of that tie-on magic. It's got to be the shoes.
Same size, you think? Grant Foster is fouled.
Foul call on Warriors, number 22, Albert Matute. First personal, 13 fouls.
And Albert Matute does not have the size to be dealing with Tyon. I would get him the ball and let him just go to work.
Phipps into Grant Foster. He's fouled.
Yeah, I think the Lopes can exploit this all day if they just kind of stay focused. I think they can punish this team inside.
Matute called.
Grant Foster, 52.
Drains the front end, does Tyon. Again, he had 23 points against Hawaii, leading the Lopes. Rebound. Mauer back to Shaw. Whoa! Woo! He's feeling it, Dan.
You cannot stop Caleb Shaw tonight.
11-0 run. GCU. Cook. Eyed by Shaw. Trying to turn the corner. High off the glass. Did Albert Matute. Missed it. 2-on-1 break. Luke Ward. Ooh, he didn't put it home. But Caleb Shaw. Go to him every time.
This is great to see the energy. Caleb always plays with a great deal of energy.
Oh, Grant Foster a little over dribble there. 11 points. He's 4 of 4 from the field.
All right, so here's Caleb Shaw's third three-pointer. Tees it up as pure as the other two. Here on the break, Luke Ward goes in for the dunk, loses control of the ball, but there's Caleb Shaw with a nice over-the-shoulder release, reverse layup. Caleb in his bag tonight.
16-2 run for GCU. Ward. Up high, Mauer! No doubt about it!
Party's begun. Love to see this.
Caleb Shaw came in and really, they needed that spark. He's 5, playing with that up tempo that Coach Drew wants to see from his starters. Cook, step back 3. No.
Yeah, Caleb's game is all energy.
Step back 3 doesn't go. Luke Ward with the putback.
This is where they're feasting on Life Pacific now. They can get any rebound they want.
Timeout.
Tim Cook's going to want a timeout.
Indeed. Working as one, brought to you by Copper Point Insurance Companies. How about this one, Dan?
Austin Mauer, 7.
Shoes the rest of the way now.
Now I want to see if Tyon changes at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
If Austin changes at halftime.
We'll keep an eye on that. 17-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes for GCU.
Let's hope he doesn't do what my 15-year-old did last Friday, brought 2 left shoes to school.
Oh.
He's got this habit of not putting on his shoes until he gets in the car.
Picked
It's
off.
a train wreck.
Mauer's fouled. Of course, when you were a teenager, you didn't do anything.
No, nothing at all. I was a model kid. Here you go. Austin Mauer stepping in the lane, stealing. Little Euro step, draws the foul.
Hit just about every part of that rim. Didn't
Without
foul.
going down.
There you go.
I think we're starting to see the game Bryce Drew wanted to see.
Murphy fouled by Phipps.
You're so right. Caleb Shaw came into this game not just making his shots, but the energy he plays with really kind of lifted this team a little bit. This game was a slog for a few minutes at the
It
very
was a
beginning.
little bit,
Yep.
shockingly. Fear, bounce pass. Mavolia leaves from Murphy. Murphy stops and pop, looking for 2. Back iron, rebound. Mauer pulls it down. Phipps on the run. Looks far side. Caleb Shaw slices. Ooh, doesn't get the bucket, but got the foul.
That's good. The defender from Life Pacific came rushing out at Caleb because Caleb has been so good from deep. Caleb just went right by him.
Mavolia called. Santa Clarita native.
I love that. That's the 12th point of the night for Caleb. Hasn't missed a shot yet.
Oh, see what you did there? All right, everybody. Keep your eyes on this.
Whew, whew, whew. All these rookie mistakes I'm making, Barry.
I got called for the announcer Jinx Lax game.
Yep.
Murphy. Oh, Phipps picks his pocket. Styles Phipps with a kiss. Nathan Brummett in the game for the Warriors. Murphy to Cook. Shaw on him. Stepping back. Looking to turn. Shaw still on him. Cook driving that right shoulder. Still driving. Doesn't go. The putback with a foul on Luke Ward.
So here's Styles Phipps with the quick hands, just takes the ball from Zach Murphy, makes him look silly, shields him, goes up for the sweet layup, then does the step and tries to turn around and steal it again.
Lennox Lavalier, 6'5" freshman at the line. Had 8 points against Pepperdine. Warriors' last matchup in Malibu. Sammy Yane in the game for GCU. It's been a little while.
It's been a while. But in theory, this is the game that these three heralded freshmen were going to get some extended run, and that includes Sammy. Sammy's a high ceiling player. He's got great size, great skill, great strength.
Shaw, kicked back out. Williams looking for three. Back iron, rebound, Yane underneath with a kiss.
There's that strength.
Pushed over to Cipriano. Lavalier. Back to Cipriano, at least he attempted to. Phipps picked it off. Up high, nope, but Shaw somehow puts it home.
They're cooking.
Lavalier took a hard fall.
Hard, awkward fall. Looks like he might have had the wind knocked out of him just a bit. What an athletic play from Caleb Shaw. Styles sits with yet another steal, gives an alley-oop. Little late on the pass, but Caleb Shaw with a real nice adjustment.
15 points for Caleb Shaw.
How about it?
In 7 minutes.
It's going nuclear.
GCU high, his career high 19 against Jacksonville State, playing for Northern Colorado back in 2022. Cook, that doesn't go. Phipps grabs it quickly to Shaw. Shaw slicing in, throws up the right hand, that's off the mark.
That was the heat check.
Yep. Cook leaves it there. Cavs, three. Good. Phipps. Off bounds, get fouled.
And a recurring theme. 6 steals for GCU.
Simon on the floor. Big three-pointer for that man, Dennis Evans. A transfer from Louisville, the Riverside, California native at 7'1". A redshirt freshman. Hoping to see Dennis perhaps after the first of the year.
That would be fantastic. Once again, if the Lopes are missing anything, it's a little size, a little length down low. Austin Maurer solves that issue. So does Dennis Evans. Talk about the bench scoring so far. 26-3 in favor of the Lopes. Now it's 27.
Harrison in for Phipps for GCU. Brummett will check in for Cipriano for the Warriors. Life Pacific just 1 for their last 10 from the field. 3 from Cavs. Cook brings it up. Hands it over to Brummett. He'll lead for Cavs. Bounce pass to Field. Eyed by Brummett. Leads for Cook. Cook behind his back. Step back from Fear. Yeah.
Oh. Kai Williams gambled a little bit. Little late on the attempted steal.
Harrison near the baseline. Peels back up high beyond the arc to Tyon Grant Foster. He looks to drive. Heavy traffic. That's stopped by the Warriors. Corner. Brummett. 3. Pulled down by Coles. Coles just with 2. Duke Brennan just with 2 points. Coles swings it over to Harrison. A three-pointer. No. Cook with the rebound.
Still a good look. Really like the way Jacoby Coles moved that ball without any indecision at all. That's when this offense hums the best.
So far, these starters back on the floor need that same spark that Caleb Shaw had off the bench. Turnaround up over Williams. Does the Warriors Fear. Williams stopping, popping the three-pointer. Front iron. Loose ball. Coles. He'll elect to shoot. No. Pushed out by Williams.
Boy, Makai Williams has really been struggling. Had that really good night against Stanford, and it's had some struggles ever since.
Look at Coach Drew. He's had enough. It's like wholesale hockey line change right here. We saw years ago when Kentucky had 5 solid units, and wow, they just roll out the B unit.
It was like 5 men over the glass in a hockey game.
Starters 2 of 15, 9 points, while the bench 10 of 13 for 28 points. I fear to think what the scoreboard would look like without the bench scoring here. Fear, long distance back iron. That's saved by the Warriors. Hernandez. Bounce pass over to Cab. He hit a 3 from that spot. Yanez on him. Fear backing in on Maurer. Looking to turn left hand, but Maurer put a stop to it.
Great defensive play by Austin Maurer there. Quick deflection. Made it look easy.
Phipps to Shaw. Back up top. Maurer looks left. Finds Luke War. He'll throw up the 3. Give it to him!
He's playing with such confidence now. Looks like a different kid than the kid we saw first couple games of the season when he was forced to play center in Duke Brennan's absence.
Cabs, bounce pass, Brummett, quick turnaround, doesn't go. Caleb Shaw quickly for the Lopes. These 5 get the tempo moving. So does Caleb Shaw.
Whoa! Boy, the second unit showing the starters how it's done, huh?
This pace, this might be the starting 5 against Georgia a week from today. Maurer, Cab, heaves up the 3. Good.
That's a big-time shot there.
Dylan Cabs. Phipps, push back out. Yanez, 3-pointer. Bam!
Great to see that. Sammy.
You got to be liking the depth you're seeing here. It's one thing to attempt shots, but to drain them. Yanez, Caleb Shaw, and Maurer's looking sharp. Right hand up and over, doesn't go. Pushed up. Luke War, he's got Shaw to his left. Lex to Euro, underneath, doesn't go, but a foul's called.
Doubt. He is happy the things he's seen from his team so far in the first half, not letting up at all against this Light Pacific competition. And if you want to know a little bit more about one of the GCU players, I've got a profile on Colin Moore coming your way. See what I did there, guys?
That was strong. Yep. Well, coming up, 3:42 on the clock. Luke War at the line. Bryce Drew pulled all of the starters and had a wholesale line change.
Wasn't messing around either. It was like he didn't like what he was seeing after a couple of possessions. Told his second unit, back up, back in. And man, have they been producing.
37-3, the bench scoring margin. Swung over. Near side. 4 to shoot. Hernandez pushed back out. Cook's got to heave up a very long 3. Doesn't go. Shot clock violation.
Isn't it amazing? 37 of GCU's 46 points have come off the bench. And this is a team that has been praised for having elite top-end talent.
That's why you see the starting 5 on the bench. Phipps. Stopping. Oh, no. Into War. And it drops.
Very athletic move by Luke War. Was going to go up for a two-handed flush. He got the ball dislodged momentarily, regathered it, put it up off the glass. Nice athletic move.
Cabs hands it over there to Matute. Matute will leave it for Hernandez. West Covina, California native. Hands it back over. Matute trying to work on Phipps. Got the roll. His first points tonight. Phipps with a spin move. Draws the foul on Matute.
It was a savvy play for the freshman from St. Mary's.
Starting 5 at the scorers table for GCU. This is their second opportunity.
Well, in basketball, they say nothing teaches a lesson quite like a seat on the bench. So whatever Bryce Drew is trying to impart to his starting 5, we're going to find out if the message stuck.
All but Phipps remains. It's Coles, Brennan, Williams, and Grant Foster return to the floor for GCU. Now Harrison in for Phipps. 2:18 remaining until halftime. We'll see if the starting 5 redeems themselves before the buzzer.
Who would have thought that Luke Ward and Caleb Shaw would be outscoring the opposition at this point?
Bounce pass, Cavs to Murphy, eyed by Harrison. Cook over to Cavs, he'll throw up the 3. Rebound, pulled down by Brennan.
Ty almost went up over the back of Duke Brennan. He wanted the ball so bad.
Harrison, little hesitation, corner 3, Williams, bam!
Man, I like to see that. Makai's been struggling a bit. He's such a talented kid.
Gets his first points on the board for Makai Williams. Cook leaving it there. McKinn, Jacob McKinn. Clarkson back out to Cook. Grant Foster on him. 5 to shoot.
They caught Ty reaching in. All right, here's Makai from the corner. Gets a pass from Ray. No hesitation. Beautiful arc on the ball. Gets it deep enough. He's been leaving a lot of his 3 balls short. That one he did not. Like I said, last game was just the second scoreless game he's had in his collegiate career. Not like him at all.
Kicked by Harrison.
Here's the deal, though. You know, college basketball has become so transient, so transactional, that you forget it sometimes takes a while for transfers to feel comfortable. And true talent in basketball will not shine on a court until they feel comfortable. Jacoby Coles felt comfortable here a week into his stay at GCU.
Oh, wide open lane by Harrison with the easy layup.
There you go.
1 minute remaining, opening half. It's been all GCU, at least their bench. And in the paint, they're outscoring the Warriors 22 to 4. Clarkson. Murphy looking to drive again with the left hand, and he's been sharp.
That's a crafty basketball player. Not blessed with great size, but he knows how to get around the rim, knows how to get his shot up.
Harrison pushed over to Coles. Coles will slice in. Off the glass.
That was dangerous.
Yep.
Wes Clarkson was down on the floor just as Jacoby Cole had shed his defender. Here you see him coming around.
Tripped over Brennan.
Luckily, Jacoby didn't land any more awkwardly than that.
Coles connects. 3 first half points for Jacoby Coles. Now 4. The press. Murphy over to Cavs. Cavs finds Jacob McKinn. McKinn looks to drive, now pushed back. It's picked off by Grant Foster. 7 steals for the Lopes. Over to Coles with a kiss.
There you go. Man, this basketball team with the thievery.
Cook to Murphy. Clarkson heaves up the 3. In and out. That'll do it at the buzzer. 58-25.
Very comfortable 33-point lead.
Again, Colin Moore out tonight, just precautionary. And he is quite the igniter as well sometimes when he's on the floor, of course, with his steals and his disruptive defense. Up over the top, Cavs. The second putback by Fear is good. So far, not the start that Coach Drew wanted to see. Coles over to Brennan.
Thin Sphere is playing with no fear.
Indeed, Williams lost the handle.
That's too bad. Looked like he had split the seam driving the lane like that.
Cook brings it up. Cavs. Hernandez. Eyed by Grant Foster. Gives it over to Fear. Over to Cook. He's hit from beyond the arc. Fear puts it on the floor. Cuts into the paint. Left hand is stopped by Coles. Harrison.
Jacoby Cole snuffed that one out.
Right hand with a kiss. As Drew wanted a foul. Hernandez, eyed by Grant Foster. Bounce pass into Fear. Pushed out. Matut's shot is off the mark. Fear with the rebound. Bounces over to Hernandez. He'll cut in. Out to Cook. So the Warriors got a fresh 20. Matut drives. Swung over to Cook. Swing. Cavs. Front iron and pulled down by Brennan.
Good ball movement from Life Pacific there. Couldn't get the shot down.
Harrison. Grant Foster. Driving by Hernandez. Got the foul.
Yeah, Ty was looking at Aaron Hernandez, the defender for Life Pacific, and he's like, you can't guard me. Took him right to the rack, got a couple of free throws out of it. Not bad from the free throw line tonight for the Lopes, 14 of 18. It's near 80%.
Ty on 3 first half points. Starters with 20 of the 60. Now 21 of the 61. Cook. Harassed by Coles.
Yeah, the last 2 games, Ty is only 7 of 23 from the field. Got to get his shot working.
Oh, off of Cook. Cavs tapping his chest.
That's the 10th turnover forced, or not forced.
Into Grant Foster. Brennan pulling down the rebound. Doesn't drop for Duke. Still doesn't go, but a foul was called underneath.
This is where Life Pacific really struggled against Pepperdine in that 63-point loss. Dominated on the glass. Something that's available for the Lopes as well.
11 rebounds for Duke Brennan. Just 2 points. All 3 of his points coming from the charity stripe here for Duke Brennan. Over and back.
That's good tenacity from Jacoby Coles. He was doing a lot of harassing and a lot of haranguing. Forced Dylan Cavs to turn the ball over and back.
Into Williams. Williams far side to Harrison. Harrison beyond the arc. Now cuts into the paint. Over to Williams. He's in the paint now. Looking for a little bit of room. Right hand got the foul. Matut. It's 4 on Matut. Looks like he'll be subbed out by Murphy.
Yeah, when you contrast the 11 turnovers Life Pacific has committed, the 7 steals the Lopes have forced. Meanwhile, the Lopes only have 1 turnover. No, that's actually off the board.
Yeah, 0. Murphy brings it up. Mackay on him. Cuts on the inside. Murphy's got some wheels. Hernandez to Cook. Now to Cavs. Cavs far side. Fear. Bounce pass. Murphy. Williams on him. Tight. Driving that left shoulder over to Cavs. Fake the 3. Coles called for the foul.
Jacoby got a little reachy, little grabby on that play.
Cook turning, why not 3? Front iron on a very long attempt. Williams steps back from the elbow, now into the paint. Had a little bit of room, pushed over to Coles. Coles will throw up a 3. Off the iron.
I'd like to see Jacoby doing a little more business down in the blocks.
Hernandez drains the 3. His first points.
Wide open look.
Yeah, it was wide open. Starting 5 still trying to find their groove here. Coles with the left hand and rolls up over the top.
That's what I'm talking about. When he gets the ball down in the blocks, good things always happen. He either beats his man off the dribble or he makes the right pass to an open shooter.
Murphy doesn't drop. Shaw, Phipps, and Moore at the scorer's table for GCU. Harrison bounce pass. Coles.
What a look! Ray Harrison finding Jacoby Coles baseline. Almost a no-look bounce pass. That was a work of art.
Cook to Cavs, far side, eyed by Coles. Trying to thread the needle, lost the ball. It's picked off by Coles. Coles will give to Ty on Grant Foster. Looking to cross over in the paint, right hand, moves over to the left, doesn't drop. Brennan grabs it though. Another rebound. That is 12 for him. Was brought on board in the quad area, Prescott Field area here, right in the middle of campus, and the students enjoyed it.
Oh, what's not to enjoy? Big snowball fight. Get to make some snowmen.
Just 2 hours up the road and you can enjoy some snow up in Flagstaff. That's what makes this state so incredible. Brennan with 14 rebounds, his career high 16. Brennan back to the line. His 5th trip.
Yeah, Duke has been a monster on the glass tonight. 14 total rebounds.
War, Shaw, Phipps check in. Shaw with 17 points. He's 2 away from tying his career high.
Pass becoming a crowd favorite. I think I heard early in the second half chants of "We want Caleb." Who wouldn't after that first half?
Oh. Make it tough on the coach to keep you off the floor, right? Tell all the kids that. Work hard. With any minute you get. Cavs stops. Front iron pulled down by Brendan on an easy one.
It's also the beauty of having such a talented starting 5, because these practices every day are very competitive.
Oh, beautiful feed, but stopped by Wes Clarkson. He's called for the foul on Brennan.
And while we really fixate on the high-end talent, it's great for the reserves. Here's Duke getting the ball down low, going up strong, getting another foul. But when you get weeks and extended periods of practice together, and you've got a starting five as talented as the Lopes are, it really can help a bench grow. These guys are facing great competition every day in practice. They get out here in a game like tonight, eager to show it.
Brennan drains both. He'll check out. Austin Maurer back in the game. Into Cook. The Lopes working on that press. Get to Murphy. Murphy quickly on the run. Bounce pass. Clarkson lost the dribble. Back out. Murphy to Cook. Swung over. Lavalier. Three-pointer. Nothing but net. Phipps crossover corner. Three attempt. Luke Ward. Nothing but net.
Boy, that ball is coming out of his hands free and easy tonight. Great rotation. He's been on it.
Seems like Luke always has it locked in from the corner on those attempts. Lavalier twisting, turning. Coles is there and apparently going to be called for the foul.
A little too much reaching. It's going to be his third personal. Here's Luke Ward again, that corner three. Like you said, Barry, some people love the look of it. Some people thrive in the corner. Luke seems to be one of them.
Sammy Yane check in for Coles. Sammy got some minutes in that opening half, had 5 minutes, and he picked up 5 points.
Very impactful stint in the first half for Sammy. Really like what I see out of this kid.
First four-star recruit. Phipps leading the way. Leads from Maurer. He'll take it right back. Beyond the arc. Open look. Three. Heavy. Pulled down by Cook and the Warriors.
I think Styles couldn't believe he was that wide open. Sent that thing way heavy, like you said.
Ooh, Cavs with a little hip check into Phipps. That'll be 2 minutes. Roughing.
Just a minor.
Just a minor.
Here you go. Here's a replay. Styles comes around the back end. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh. Darius Kaparitis-like.
Very much so.
Hockey enthusiasts out there. Shaw. Shaw looked inside. Phipps comes out. Caleb wanted it back. Phipps up high to Yane. He's all alone. Oh, he'll get a second chance. Yeah, just put it in there. Seven. He's a force down there, Sammy.
Yeah,
he's got some thickness to him.
He's got real length, yep.
Ward picks it off, cuts inside, and drives it home.
Luke Ward putting on a show tonight.
Lennox Lavalier with that drive in the paint's called, draws the foul on Maurer.
Here's Luke, the ball in transition, gathers it up, throws it down. Starting lineup starting to flex a little bit. I got the crowd going.
Crowd rattles Lavalier. Yes, if an opponent misses 2 consecutive free throws, everyone wins free tots. Brought to you by Bird Call. This place has never been louder. Who doesn't love tots?
Free food, baby.
It's all on Lavalier. The pressure. Can he spoil everyone receiving tots? Oh, a crushing blow.
The disappointment is profound.
Phipps Bounce pass. Maurer leaves for Caleb Shaw. Shaw driving in with a sweet move with his left hand.
Look at that. With the left, gliding down the lane.
Matches his career high. 19 for Caleb Shaw. Murphy, bounce pass. That's picked off. Grant Foster. Swung to Yane. Oh! Spoiling all the fun was Aaron Hernandez. Cook, open look three.
Had Sammy been able to corral that and put that down, place would have gone crazy.
Into Yane.
There he did it.
Whoa, with the look.
An intense, ominous look. Mad dogging somebody.
51 bench points. Clarkson, Murphy. Zach Murphy, 9 points.
So the bench effectively would have a 13-point lead on Life Pacific.
Phipps' left hand is fouled. Bucket doesn't go. Somewhat solid game around, certainly.
There have been a few rough spots, but for the most part, you know, I think that aesthetics don't always matter. We're dealing with a team that's not a D1, it's not a high major, so this is kind of the expected result. But I really believe that there's some importance that this game looks like it was supposed to, especially after that second half against Hawaii. It's good to see the Lopes put the hammer down.
Called on, I believe, Maurer. Yes. Coach Drew inching closer to win number 100. Murphy. Lavalier takes it back from Hernandez. Throws up the three. Loose ball. It'll belong to the Warriors. Head coach Tim Cook. A family affair here for Life Pacific. His son Austin Cook on the bench currently. Hernandez over to Murphy. Murphy stops, pops the three. Front iron, doesn't get the bounce. Yane with the rebound.
There's some real strength in Yane's game. I like it.
Shaw looking to add a new career high. Grant Foster for three. Bam!
There we go. He's slapping his thighs, saying, "Where's that shot been?" It's funny, Tyon was talking after last game that as they were preparing to start the season without him, Bryce Drew wanted the team to practice without Tyon. Says it affected his rhythm a little bit, but he says it's coming.
Got his own rebound. Back to Yane, quickly to Shaw. Shaw wants more, but he's picked off there. Brummett harassed him, and then Hernandez picked it off. Little kick save by Yane.
In the ballgame, the Warriors, number 25, Billy Cavs. The Lopes, number 2, Makai Williams.
Lopes with that first turnover of the game. Back to Murphy. Swung to Fear. Fear over to Cavs. Three-pointer. Back iron. Maurer. Oop. He got his pocket pick.
Yes,
by
he
Murphy.
did. Austin Maurer sticking with his Pittsburgh Steelers shoes, whereas Tyon changed at halftime.
Probably an ill-advised move by Austin. Murphy trying to weave his way around. Warriors. Drummond cuts into the paint. That's stopped by Yane.
They're going to get Sammy with the goaltending on that. Here we go. Sammy swatting it a little bit over the apex. Here you go. Another look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Close.
Nothing to argue about, but that was close.
Williams. Hesitation, spin move. Back out. Maurer, a three-pointer. Ooh. 0 for 3 now. This season, Austin Maurer from beyond the arc. Draining it, Cavs.
Now, Bryce won't be happy with that, even despite the huge lead right now. You don't want to lead a guy wide open behind the three-point line, not when you're talking about finishing.
3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Hoop and a harm. Caleb Shaw now with a new career high.
How about that? Here's Caleb. Pump fake, beats his guy right off the dribble, goes up strong. Everything going in for Caleb. Great drive to the basket. And there's Dylan Cabs with the three-pointer for Life Pacific.
Shot.
22-point night for Caleb Shaw.
Career high as a Lope. Previous was 19 with Northern Colorado. From it. Hernandez. Shaw's on him. Fear. Bounce pass. Cabs beyond the arc. 1 to shoot. Has to heave it up. Shaw on the run. Caleb in the corners. Pushes over to Williams. Now to Maurer. He quickly looks at Styles. Phipps. Phipps step back 3. Back iron.
You know, one of the cool things about this bench performance, Barry, as you see Style Phipps with a very athletic steal, coming back in transition.
Step back, down low, Phipps. Yane, 3 from the wing. In and out.
I was going to say, one of the great things about this is that we've got a bench performance here now.
Come on out and enjoy some GCU basketball over the holidays. Well, all of these Havocs are back home with their families.
The Havocs have been such, they're always an impactful story, but the way they've traveled so far this year, they are always there supporting the Lopes.
Turned out after Sheralina and Palm Desert. So shot by Murphy doesn't go. 6:40 and counting. Lopes in control. Step back 3. Williams. No. Hernandez rebound. Matu over to Hernandez. Quick to Cavs. Back to Hernandez. Heaves up the 3. Front iron into the hands of Shaw.
So in talking to Bryce Drew about the comfort level of Makai Williams as a freshman transfer last year, as opposed to a guy like Jacoby Coles, who seemed to be comfortable from the minute he stepped on this campus, Bryce said that's largely a function of the experience that Jacoby Coles has. He's played a lot of games. Makai has only got a year under his belt. He'll grow into it.
Indeed he will. Definitely has the confidence to play the position. GCU has 17 assists and just 2 turnovers. Matu to Murphy. Murphy has 9. Swung around. Cavs another 3 attempt. Iron into the hands of Shaw. Cavs has 3 from beyond the arc. Williams, little stutter. He got knocked off by Murphy, and Murphy's going to be called for the foul. It'll be his third.
You can see Mackay really wants to get unlocked. He's really looking to score tonight. Sure, he was not real pleased with that goose egg he put up in the last game. But you see the kid has got a ton of talent. You know it's going to come to him.
Yep. Proud, the Havocs, the one player that we haven't seen tonight is that man, Jason Amador. Thought he was going to check into the game, but he's
standing up like, hey, coach, you see me over here? You remember me?
Oh, the crowd is chanting, we want Jason.
Indeed they do.
Back to Cook. In near the elbow. Fear. Matute. Cook. 10 to shoot. Near the elbow. Turnaround. In and out. Goes the bucket attempt by Cavs. Under 5 to go. Phipps. Baseline drive. Swung over to Caleb Shaw. That's too heavy. Maurer. Easy rebound underneath with a kiss.
That's a big man playing big right there, Barry. Styles Phipps with a great dish to Caleb Shaw on that play. Like you said, way too heavy on the 3.
Cavs, Matute. Quick 3 attempt. No.
A lot of the bench players are going to be sleeping well tonight.
Indeed. Shaw cuts in underneath Phipps. Bounce pass. Williams. Ooh, doesn't go. Tap back. No. Shaw. No. Fear comes away. The crowd's going crazy as Jason Amador makes his way to the scorer's table. Oh, you got to love the crowd here, huh?
You do. It's just such a great community.
That's stopped by Williams. Phipps puts on the afterburners. Teardrop in
I tell people all the time, if you ever feel jaded or cynical from the world of professional sports, get down to this arena, check out this team, check out this vibe. There's literally nothing like it.
Great energy. Cook, long 3. Woohoo! Mercy.
And here comes Jason.
Crowd is on their feet. Timeout on the floor.
For 30 has checked in with a 30-point game for that gold team in the G League. And guys, I don't even know if you're there. I cannot hear a thing down here on the floor.
Jason Amador about to check into the game for GCU. It's been a celebratory last couple of weeks for Jason as he stepped into the pool with assistant coach Casey Shaw and was baptized on November 24th. Teammates on hand.
That's fantastic. And here he is now. You know they're going to try to get him a bucket. How about Gabe McLaughlin? I love his impression of Elf.
That was strong, yep.
Very strong. Coming out of the revolving door, dizzy, throwing up the garbage can. Spot on impression of Will Ferrell.
Amador. Crowd loving it every time he touches the ball. Phipps. Phipps, corner, Amador. Back to Phipps. Into Yane. Amador, 3-ball. Ooh. Rebound, Maurer, Yane. Drops it in. How about Sammy Yane getting some extended minutes? He's double-digit scoring.
I like what he brings. He brings an element of toughness to this team that might be a little something that they want, something that they need. I like what we're getting from him tonight. That's 11 points and 5 rebounds from Sammy tonight.
Matute to Cook. Cook not afraid to heave up the 3. Why not? Long distance. Now 2 of 10. Oh, look what I found underneath Vince Fear. Phipps. That was an errant toss to Amador.
That's what they would
lead over Pacific Life, but I'll tell you what, behind every great coach is an even better wife, right? Right there you are seeing images of Heather Cook, wife to head coach for Life Pacific, Tim Cook, and she travels with the team to many of the games. She said the highlights so far this year is she finally got to Hawaii after putting in her time. But she is a staple for this team, really being there for the players when they need things. She makes brownies for birthdays. She has a team over for family dinners, certainly when it's the holiday season for those who can't make it home to be with family and friends. She steps in and makes sure that no one goes hungry or without company. And I love that she finally made it to Hawaii, guys. That pays off, and we know working in the sports world that many wives, much like the GCU team, the assistants and head coaches' wives always stepping in to help the team. It's a family.
No doubt about it.
That's great stuff. Life Pacific, this hasn't been easy for them. They lost by 63 to Pepperdine. They're down by 48 tonight. But you can tell they've got their vibe right. Their hearts are in the right place. You know, they loaded up a couple of vans to get to the game tonight. It's not like they're going in a luxury charter bus. It's like a rock band getting started for the first time, Barry, loading everything into the cars.
You know about that?
A little bit. A little bit.
Austin Cook has hit a couple of threes here on the floor. He's currently on the bench. Bounce pass. Over the top, Maurer swats it away. Attempt from Matthew Rodriguez in the game.
So we talked about how this night might be a good night for the touted three freshmen. We're talking about Styles Phipps. We're talking about Austin Maurer and Sammy, of course. I think they've all kind of lived up to their end of the bargain tonight.
Clarkson stoned again by Maurer. Lost it.
Austin's like, come on, dude, don't you know I'm 7 feet tall?
Shaw to Maurer. Maurer hands it over to Amador. Amador looking to turn the corner. He's fouled. Jason Amador will go to the line. No? Yes.
So here's Jason driving hard with his left. Definitely a foul. And now he's going to be on the free throw line, knowing that the eyes of everybody in the arena are on him.
Oh, my God. Plus, it gets like you could drop a pin in here.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know how people do it.
Come on, Jason. You got this.
You're the man. Be the ball. Jason Amador. Oh. Quick to Amador with a kiss!
Styles Phipps made that happen for him. Styles Phipps stole the ball from Life Pacific, gave Jason Amador a chance of redemption, and there you go. What a great way to end the night.
His first D1 basket, Jason Amador. Corner, Rodriguez, bounce pass, Clarkson and Yanné puts it into the seat.
Yanné is like, yeah, no. And here's Jason Amador. See, Styles Phipps makes the play, heads up from Jason, saw the whole thing unfold, cut right to the basket, took the, here's Styles, crafty.
Amador.
Good moment for Jason.
Indeed, he gave the Lopes a crisp C-note, 100.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be Jason getting the opportunity and then kind of breaking a couple of free throws. Made up for it. Great moment.
Yanné to Amador. Lied by Brummett to Yanné. Yanné, baseline drive. Heavy traffic. Another turnover. Some late turnovers here. The Lopes had a goose egg in that category for most of the game. What is it, 5 or 6? Got a little sloppy later on in the second half here by GCU. Clarkson to the line.
Oh!
The last opportunity for free tots. And Clarkson Drove a dagger through it.
When he let that go,
Look at that, crushed.
I thought tots are in the making.
I know. Would have been a perfect night.
Well, they're celebrating those 2 free throws for Wes Clarkson. Must be a big moment for him.
Dribbling it out. It'll be number 100 for head coach Bryce Drew as the head coach of GCU as the Lopes win it 100.